Why is it so hard when it's on someone else's camera? Right. Welcome to Me and My Golf TV. Okay. Hi, my name is Peter Finch. Welcome to Me and My Golf TV. I'm a fellow YouTuber and golf professional. Let's take charge of your game. Oh man.
Swing analysis.
Well, there's words coming out of my mouth. Okay. Hi, welcome to Me and My Golf TV. My name is Peter Finch, golf professional and YouTuber, and this is my swing analysis. Let's take charge of your game with the Piers Point.
So as you can see, Peter Finch was, aka CT Fletcher, was lucky enough to win our swing analysis. So guys, if you want a chance to have your swing analysed by myself and Andy, enter the competition, go to Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and put your entry in. It could be you. Now you're going to do well to beat this guy, because this guy is pretty special. So if you don't know already, we spent some time with Pete Finch and Rick Shields at the Turkish Airlines Open. Fantastic event. Thank you so much for those guys getting us out there. And they allowed us to produce a load of great content, so go back and have a look through the playlists and you'll see all the stuff that we did. So we had the pleasure of playing with Pete for a couple of times when we were out there, didn't we? A couple of 9-hole games. And this is really hard because his golf swing, as you all know, if you've already seen him swing, is fantastic on rhythm, it's on tempo, his balance is brilliant, he never loses his balance unless he plays that stinger one where he gets the recoil. Yep. So it is very difficult when you've got someone who is so good at doing something to actually get them a little bit better. But so we asked Pete, what is wrong with your golf swing, or what do you feel is your bad shot, more to the point? And it took him about half an hour to think of a bad shot that he'd hit. But when he did get it, he thought, well, hang on a bit, maybe I overcut it a little bit, and I think with, you know, maybe some of the shorter irons we can get some pulls. Yeah. So let's bear that in mind when we have a look at this golf swing, because if even as good as he is, we can still make him a little bit better. And if we look at the golf swing, I think we can do that as well.
Yeah, definitely.
So let's, as we said, he's got this fantastic rhythm, tempo, and balance. When you see him hit golf shots, if you haven't already, you'll know this. So let's start with the analysis from down the line. So from a really good posture, good start to the backswing, good halfway back, and this is where it starts to go off, in our opinion, just goes off a little bit. As he gets towards the top of his backswing, you'll notice that his head raises a little bit and his pelvis comes in towards the golf ball. Now we call this loss of posture. We've got lots of swing faults of this on the website, but loss of posture is what's happening here. Now when people get the loss of posture, they often find it very difficult to start the downswing in a good sequence and actually get it on plane. So as you can see, Pete now, as he starts his downswing, that club is going in front of him, isn't it? Yeah. So the swing, the club, the plane, the shaft on the way down is coming down steep. It is above the plane, which is great for a fade, which is his natural shot. But as we know, that can turn into an over-exaggeration, like it could be a slice. So here's the club coming down out in front of his body. You can see that he's losing posture again. His pelvis is moving in more towards the golf ball. And then obviously through the ball, he cuts across the ball ever so slightly, so swings to the left slightly. That gives him that fade, which is great in this instance. But we can see that maybe his backswing is a little bit, so he loses his body angles in his backswing, and that can give him those issues. Yeah. So if we look at the front view, again, you'll see he looks really nice. In setup, backswing looks really good. Here we can see as he's starting to swing to finish his backswing, there's the head going up. Arms go quite long, don't they? As he starts down, we can now see that the lower body we spoke about moving in towards the golf ball, we get that from that image, don't we? We can see that the hips and the right knee are moving in towards the golf ball. The right foot doesn't really roll towards the target. There you have it, okay? And that can be when someone's body doesn't quite function how they want it to, that can cause them to hit those bad shots. But so the difficult thing is here, Pete, we know you hit it really good, but if you wanted to, this could maybe work. So Andy, can you just go through what we think could help Pete in his backswing?
Definitely. So, I mean, in the backswing, first of all, we said it's just a little bit too long. He gets into a good position, then just loses body angle. So, just to explain that, so he turns, he gets into a great position here, and then towards the top, he sort of rises up, and the pelvis comes in, and then that club and the arms get a little too far. So, we want to get Pete to sort of get the feeling that he's swinging his hands to sort of 10 to 10:30. Okay. So, if we can get our position here and just get the feeling that we're swinging on the clock face, the hands to about 10 or 10:30, this is going to help him maintain his body angles and keep his posture on the way back. It will feel quite short to Pete, this will, because he gets the club a little past parallel, but just feeling that sort of 10 o'clock hands there is really going to help shorten him down and keep that position of his pelvis better as well.
So you're almost maintaining that squat in the lower body as well, aren't you?
Almost sort of enhancing that feeling there as I'm doing that as well. So there's that slightly shorter backswing, but those 10 o'clock hands.
Okay, so short backswing, 10 o'clock hands, that's the first part. So now downswing, how can we maintain that the position of the body better? Because we know that the right leg moves in and the right hip, because of that, comes up high. Yeah. What's the drill?
Okay, so as you said, the body influences the plane. So if I go to the top of the golf swing, as soon as we get this thrust forward with Pete here with his pelvis and the right knee and the right foot, the club's going to come over the swing plane. Yeah. And that's where the steepness comes from. So what we want to do is work on this lower body. Now we have this drill we use a lot for people who hang back. It's called control and roll. So I've got an alignment stick directly under my trail foot. Now I'm going to make sure as I turn into the backswing, I'm going to maintain a good pressure on that there. But what I want to do now on the downswing, I want to roll in off the alignment stick. So my foot and my lower body actually move towards the target more. And as you can see now, my club is shallowing out in the downswing. And it's quite a different move, a little bit more of a lateral move with the body piers as opposed to a sort of thrust forward and that club throwing out in front of me there. So that roll on the way down is really going to help shallow him out here and then be able to sort of rotate through.
Just do that one more time for me. So when Andy's setting up to this, the alignment stick is right through the middle of his foot. So it's going right through the middle. When he's at the top of the backswing, it's still through the middle of your foot, isn't it, Andy?
Pressure's through the middle of the foot.
So he's got his squat in his lower body. He starts the downswing by getting this foot and rolling it to the inside of that stick. That, as he said, gets the knee moving in, it gets the foot moving in, it keeps the right hip lower, which is really important. It's going to take the steepness out of his downswing, and it's going to help him, I suppose, almost feel as though he's got the ability to play a draw a little bit more.
Yeah,
but we watched him play some draws and he played those really well. Yeah. But they were the stinger draws. Maybe a high draw for Pete might be the harder one for him to get.
Exactly, just because that club is a little steep, we're certainly going to help him actually increase his launch a little bit, but get that club a little bit more.
Which is something that I know he struggles with because he has to go very low loft on his drivers because of the spin. But anyway, that's another story. So basically what we're saying is, if you've seen Rick Shields' swing analysis, between them, if we could morph them together, they're the best golfer that's ever hit a ball off a tee peg with a driver. Don't let them hear that. I hope they didn't hear that. Okay, so Andy, that was pretty simple, wasn't it? So you can take that sensation into the shots, no problem.
Should we give it a go?
Yes, give it a go.
Hit a shot. Okay, so Pete, this is what we want you to do. So as we said, 10 o'clock hands, and then the control and roll on the way down. So I'm really feeling that as I'm swinging 10 o'clock hands, and then feel that little roll on the way through.
Love it.
Hopefully I can find this fairway here at the 10th at the Asprey. Ooh. So slightly short swing, and then get that foot rolling in. And there's that little draw that we want him to do as well.
Look at that was good. Pete, watch out.
Watch out for the next match, shall we?
Yeah, balance and everything then as well. Okay, guys, hope you enjoyed the analysis. Pete, hope this helps you as well. Don't forget to send us a tweet or a post.
Send us a check in the post.
Send us a check in the post, that's the one, yeah. So we mentioned a couple of little drills there. We've got loads of drills at meandmygolf.com as well. So, and they get a little more specific depending on the swing faults and the shots you want to fix. So there's lots more information there. Give us a thumbs up if you like the video. Post your comments down below what you think about Pete's swing and actually Rick's swing as well. You know, what you think about those. I think maybe they want to do an analysis of ours one day as well.
Maybe,
so
yeah, that
might
would be
put a bit of
interesting.
practice in first before I let them have my swing. But so yeah, post your comments down below. Share the video, and we look forward to seeing you soon on Me and My Golf TV.
Cheers, guys.